and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and today we learn all about Quincycles' new season that gets underway soon. First, though, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, it's cloudy, it's breezy, it's 54 degrees right now. It should get up into the low mid-60s this afternoon. It should stay dry with a busy wind. There is an elevated risk of a fire danger today because of the windy, dry conditions, so do be aware of that. There's a small craft advisory up as well. It's pretty breezy this afternoon. Winds out of the southwest. Only down to 50 degrees tonight under cloudy skies, maybe a late shower after midnight, and more showers to start tomorrow, mostly in the morning. It'll stay cloudy for the rest of the day. Still pretty mild with highs tomorrow into the upper 50s, around 60. Really warms up here on April 1st. That's Wednesday, with clouds in the morning, some rain, maybe a thunder shower in the afternoon. But look at the high on Wednesday, 70 degrees. Crashes Wednesday night into the upper 30s, and it really doesn't recover much on Thursday. Kind of gray and damp, raw, a high of 41 on Thursday and upper 30s at night. So a little bit of up and down here in early springtime in New England, but right now it's 54 degrees in Quincy. Checking out the news for you today. City of Quincy is preparing to rebuild another section of seawall along Howe's Neck. Now, the city is working with the state to secure the permits that are needed to rebuild the seawall along Manette Avenue, Babcock Street, Brinsley Street, Bayswater Road, and Parkhurst Street. Now, the existing wall will be replaced with a new 13-foot high seawall that can be made even higher if necessary to protect the area from flooding due to storms and sea level rise. Project also includes replacing 8 sets of public stairs, 4 drains, and reconstructing the existing boat ramp at Perry Beach. Now, the first phase of the project replaced the seawall at C and Babcock Streets in the area known as the Willows. Public comments on this phase 2 are being accepted through April 10th. Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch says that he'll be asking the City Council for approval for the city to purchase the former Eastern Nazarene College property this spring. Mayor says the former school is anxious to sell their 20-acre parcel.
I would suggest we're very close with ENC on a number, and once that's established and we sign a purchase or sale, which obviously would be contingent upon a vote of the Quincy City Council, that's another step in the process. So, we're getting close, and I would expect that probably because ENC doesn't have a lot of time either on this. They need to move more quickly on this. They do have debt on the property. They want to get squared away. So I'm hoping that if this is going to go ahead, that would be before the City Council within a month.
Koch said he is looking at creative financing that may not include tapping the general fund to purchase the property, although he would not elaborate. He says proposals from a recent public meeting on the future of that property are now being arranged into a report that will be released soon. Some of those ideas included creating a park, keeping it open space, or relocating the senior center to that site. ENC closed last year after over 100 years in Quincy. Quincy car dealership owner Dan Quirk is the 4th recipient of the John Hancock Maquette Statuettes. Mayor Thomas Koch presented Quirk with that award during a ceremony last Wednesday in the Great Hall at Quincy City Hall. Quirk was honored for his contributions to the community, including funding the Quincy Flag Day fireworks for many years, making large donations to the Quincy 400 celebrations last year, along with frequent donations to the South Shore YMCA, Quincy College, the Quincy Public Schools, and the Quincy Fire Department. Quirk said he feels fortunate to be able to give back.
As I reflect the number of years that I've been doing business in Quincy, which is almost 50 years, I feel very fortunate to be in such a good place, the city of Quincy, to be involved with so many good people, and to be able to make a difference in the lives of some people by some of the charities that we represent and some of the good things that we do for people. I remember when I was young, one of the things that my mother taught me is you can always be remembered by your good deeds. So you can think about money, you can think about success, you can think about a lot of things. But if you are in a fortunate place that you can make a difference and help people, it's always very rewarding. So I appreciate all the accolades. The mayor, everyone in this city has always been very good to me. We've been doing business almost 50 years, 50 great years. We do business with the people in Quincy. We help when we can, and it's always a two-way street. There are people that need help, and if we're in a position to make that available for people, we are blessed.
The award is a miniature version of the John Hancock statue on the Hancock Adams Common. It also recognizes Quirk for his business success. Previous recipients of that award are former Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker, Rob Hale from Granite Telecommunications, and developer Peter O'Connell. Hundreds of people attended a No Kings rally in Quincy Center on Saturday. March Forward Quincy hosted this event on the Hancock Adams Common in Quincy Center to coincide with hundreds of similar rallies that were held around the state and the country. Event organizers say the rallies are meant to protest what they say are the Trump administration's unconstitutional actions against freedom of speech and assembly, as well as immigration, voting, and tariff policies. Attendees at the Quincy rally held signs protesting the war in Iran and proposed voter reforms. Quincy police say there were no arrests. The state Republican Party did release a statement saying those rallies don't address average voter concerns. And the Trump administration issued a statement saying the rallies have little public support. Our thanks to QATV member G. Fred Shepard for providing us with those photos. Well, 8th grade students in Quincy Public Schools now have the skills needed to perform CPR, save somebody from choking, and use an automated external defibrillator. Recently, those students participated in the Matters of the Heart initiative, sponsored by certified instructors from Brewster Ambulance Service. The students learned essential life-saving skills and the importance of early intervention during cardiac emergencies. The week-long program with teachers and students focused on building the knowledge, confidence, and readiness needed to take action when it is needed most. Well, you do not owe payments on a federal Paycheck Protection Program loan. That is the message from the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office as officials issue a warning about the latest telephone scam. The Sheriff's Office says they've been getting calls from people who have been told that they missed a court date and have to pay a surety bond because they owe money for a PPP loan. The federal Paycheck Protection Program ended in 2021 after it was created to help businesses recover from the pandemic. The Sheriff's Office says they never call people demanding money and that anyone receiving such a call should ignore it and report it to police and to their office. It's our check of news for you today. Coming up, Steve McLaughlin's here from Quincycles to fill us in on their 2026 season. That's next. Welcome back. It's actually not a bad day today to go for a bike ride. I'm sure the folks at Quincycles are antsy to get back on the road with the finally decent weather just around the corner. So Steve McLaughlin has stopped on by to tell us all about Quincycles' new season. Good to see you, Steve.
Good to see you, Joe. Yeah, we are anxiously awaiting to get back on the road and definitely welcoming the good spring weather that we have this week.
I am sure, especially after this winter.
I know.
The only bike riding was done on stationary bikes in living rooms. Probably.
In our minds and in our dreams, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Speaking of that, are there any things that folks should be aware of after this winter when they're out on their bikes?
Yeah, I guess for the uninitiated, Quincycles, we're a community ride group in Quincy, Mass. Quincycles.
Yep.
We're a nonprofit. We've been in operation for, I think, 15 years now.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, we do everything from bike rides to free community events. We, work with like local partners, and we put on events that are free for the public and stuff like that. So on that subject, we have the Snug Harbor Touch a Truck event, which is hosted in Snug Harbor and House Neck. We will be there. We'll be doing free bike fixes for kids, adults, whoever. If you need to get your bike back on the road or get it tuned up, we'll have a team of people. We did it last year. It was very successful. I think we helped out 30, 40 people.
Very good.
Yeah. So if the weather is good, maybe even more this year.
Okay. So right at Snug Harbor School?
Yep, right at Snug Harbor School. It'll be the Touch a Truck event is it's a program, or it's a event the school puts on with local police, fire. They have fire trucks, police cars. Get to meet the people in our community type.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. In May, you said it's coming up?
I believe it's Saturday, May 2nd. Check our website. We have our calendar for the whole year posted.
Okay.
It should be on there. We just got this event confirmed, so I might have to fix the date when I get back. But
that's Cleaner, Greener Quincy Day, May 2nd.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have it mixed up. It's not that day.
It can't be that day, no.
I guess on that subject, we will have all of this information on our website.
Yes.
But Cleaner, Greener Quincy is coming up May 2nd.
Yep.
We will be. I think we are doing the Salt Marsh Trail. We usually do that every year.
Yes.
Bob Mackey in our group, he kind of leads it, and Margaret LaForest, another cool public partner, has helped us out with that last year. It's a free day it's a charity day for people in the community to help clean up a local park, and then afterward there's a picnic at I forget which park, but Mayor Cope.
Field, actually.
There you go. You're filling it in for me. Yeah, Mayor Cope will be there. There'll be free food and refreshments and stuff like that.
Okay. That's at 9 a.m. Just meet at Billings Creek Salt Marsh Trail.
Yep, and we will have a bike. We'll have people riding bikes to this event. So if you want to ride your bike to the trail, we'll have all the equipment.
Okay.
We'll have a meetup spot probably in Quincy Center, and you can ride with us.
Okay.
So.
Just bring yourself, basically.
Bring yourself, wear a helmet,
And wear a helmet, Before we get to that, though, your first Monday ride is coming up a week from today, actually, right?
Yep, yeah. This coming Monday. Hopefully we don't have any rain, but we do first Monday night rides every first Monday, unless there's like a holiday or something like that.
Sure.
But from now or from next week until November, we'll be doing a community ride every first Monday, and a whole bunch of other events too.
Now,
on our website, Quincycles.com.
Do the first Mondays all meet at 34 Coddington Street?
Yep, it's right next to, I think it's right across the street, I think, from here on the other side of the library.
Right to the high school, yes.
Yeah, it's the parking lot, right on Coddington or Faxon Ave, maybe.
Okay, and you meet right there.
Yep.
5:45 that evening, every evening. Okay.
Yep, 5:45 we meet. I'll go over, upcoming things, events, news, etc., and then at 6 we ride.
Okay. Are they all, this particular one coming up says 9 to 12 mile easy ride. So is that it's, all the same? Or?
We don't typically post routes. We kind of feel it out. If we have a smaller group and it looks like a more more athletic group, I guess, that want to go longer, we'll go longer.
Bicyclists.
If we get more kids, if we get more families and young people, we'll do something easier with like a little less hills. We fill it out based on the type of crowd we get, because we want to make sure that our rides are accessible to everybody.
Right.
So
we
wouldn't want to promise something that's really difficult and then have young children show up who can't go up the hills and stuff. So
Right.
And safety is our our big priority too. So we try to pick roads that are, anybody can ride on, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, to that end, then, how's the infrastructure for bicycles in Quincy as it stands right now? Ideally, what would you like to see to make it better?
Yeah. So, for those interested in the transportation advocacy side of things, we do have a small advocacy group. We sit on the Mayor's Bike Commission, which is with T-Pal and Allison Luff. Shout out to Allison for running that. We've had a bunch of people join that group recently.
Good.
It's very good to see how active it is. Allison Luff with T-Pal recently released the Transportation Master Plan for Quincy, which outlines the next decade of infrastructure improvements they would like to see to make our community more accessible.
Interesting. Okay.
So, hopefully in the next decade we start to see more, bike paths and more, safe lanes and things like that.
Sure.
We do have there is a multi-use path coming to, not Quincy Shore Drive. The Stop and Shop. What street is that?
Newport
Southern
Avenue?
Artery. Yeah.
Southern Artery.
Yep. We got a grant from the state to build a bike path or a multi-use path on that roadway.
Okay.
Allison's doing a lot of great work to push that. So.
Major thoroughfare, obviously.
Yeah, very dangerous to ride your bike on. So it'll be great to have something that's more walkable, more bikeable.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Now, would that include like actual physical protection for bicyclists? Or
I believe it's a
dedicated
10-foot path with a 2-foot buffer between the roadway.
Okay.
Planted buffer. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's not just a dotted line along the travel lane.
Nope,
It's
not on the road.
more
It's
than that.
completely separated.
That's
So.
great. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. What's the timeline for that, Steve?
I am not sure.
Okay.
It depends, I guess, with funding and all of the other
I
things
see.
that go into getting money for transportation and government. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a state road, so maybe the state will assist with that.
The
end
state
as
is
well.
coming through to help us out get that money. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Now you mentioned Cleaner Greener. Any other like community events that you tend to show up at as a group for Quincycles?
We occasionally should, depending on our availability. If the QPD, we have, shout out to Joseph Lenke. He's the community outreach coordinator for QPD. If they have any events going on, bike rodeos, events where they're giving out free helmets, we always promote that stuff.
Okay.
We work with them to, put on anytime we do any kind of big rides, we'll always reach out and they'll ride with us. They rode with us last year at the Better Beaches event that we held with
yes.
DCR.
Yep.
That was very helpful, especially going down Quincy Shore Drive. To
I would
have,
think, yeah.
Yeah, to have officers with lights and bright colors and stuff, and give us
Uniformed
visibility.
officers, giving you some protection.
Yeah, they've been a great partner with us. So we are working on doing a ride for Bike Month. That's still in the works. It's TBD on our website, but
Okay.
hopefully we can get that going for May.
What? Oh, May is Bike Month?
May is Bike Month.
Okay.
Yep, Mass Bike Month, or nationally, I think it's Bike Month. So
Okay.
yeah,
Didn't know that.
yeah.
So how does one become a member of Quincycles, Steve?
If you go to our website, we got a big button that says "Become a Member." We also have a donate button. We have memberships. If you join, I'll get you a T-shirt. We'll usually sell these, but if for this special offer right now, if you join, I'll get a T-shirt to you.
QATV special.
The QATV special.
Okay.
Yeah. Just say you saw me on public access.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
With Joe
nice.
Catalano. Yeah.
How about the hat?
Oh yeah, the hats. We're limited with these. I think we only have a few left.
Oh,
but
all right.
These were special for the Beaches Day ride that we did last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is required of someone to be a member of Quincycles?
It's $25 a year.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. If you feel like donating more, or if you want to be a leader, we have open elections, and leadership roles are. Anybody can step in and join.
Okay.
All based on whatever you want to donate or how much time you want to give. Or, yeah.
I'm assuming you need your own bicycle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do occasionally get donations that we try to give to people. We try to fix up and give away, but yes, definitely find a bike if you want to ride with us.
Okay. And your own safety equipment
Yes.
as well. So
Yes.
what's required for that?
Helmet.
Helmet.
We do occasionally get donations for those as well. So if
gonna
you
ask
don't have
about
a
that.
helmet,
Yeah.
reach out to us. You can email me at quincycles@gmail, and I can try to hook you up with a free helmet if you can't get one for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it open to youngsters as well, or do you have
Yep.
to be? Okay.
You don't have to be a member to join our rides.
You do not. Okay.
The becoming a member of Quincycles is just a nice thing to do for us to help us keep the lights on and keep our website on and stuff like that.
Yes. Okay. But children are open as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All ages, all abilities, anybody can join our rides.
That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been asked this before, but what about e-bikes, Steve? How do you deal with those?
We don't.
Okay.
We have some people that join with pedal assist ones. If
Yeah.
you want to join with an e-bike, feel free.
Really? Okay.
Just make sure you ride it safely, especially if you. We don't ever ride on sidewalks unless it's a major intersection where we need to hit like the push button for
Yes,
the peds.
yeah.
But be sure not to ride them super fast. They can be very dangerous.
Right.
The state planning commission just released a report. I imagine at some point they're going to start regulating e-bikes
Right.
based on class and speed and
I
stuff
think
like
some
that.
other states already do it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're getting close to it. They haven't released, the state hasn't made any laws yet, but
Okay.
yeah, pedal assist bikes, e-bikes are fine if you just want to ride with us. Just, operate them safely. Yeah, be responsible, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. Common
Right.
sense, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And now, what about like scooters? I mean, you have to think about all these things.
I mean, if you want to ride with us on a scooter, I'm not going to tell you no. Just, make sure you wear your helmet and be responsible, be safe. Visibility is, if you want to join a group just to get out and ride with us, like
Yeah.
I'm not going to limit you on what sort of wheels you got.
All right. Okay. How many members do you have now? Would you say roughly?
That's a good question. I think paying members were in the 40s, I think.
Okay.
As far as our email list goes of members, I think hundreds.
Yes.
500 maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What would you like to see more?
Yeah, I would love to see more. It's always, especially with like the Mayor's Bike Commission, seeing the amount of people that are interested in this, transportation in the city, and seeing the city develop in a good way. It's inspiring to see more people join us on our rides as we keep doing them. And
Yeah.
getting more visibility and getting more people out there.
And don't need to be from Quincy, right? To
No,
be
you don't need to be. We've had people from Braintree come. We have some folks with the, there's a Milton bike group, Bike Milton, I think they're called.
Okay.
We've had people from Rossi Bikes. We've had people from Jamaica Plain. If you want to come and join us, you're from any community. We are planning, it's still in the works, we would like to plan a Neponset trail ride where we try to meet up with some of those folks, but that's in the works. But,
Okay. All
yeah.
right. So, and you're open to, it sounds like, other ideas as well, folks.
Oh yeah, if you have an idea for something cool, or if you want to ride with us or help us out with doing something cool, yeah, we're totally open to any event that somebody wants to plan.
Okay. I know in the past you've done, Quincycles has done destination rides. So
Yep.
you travel to a location and then you ride from there. Is that still in the works?
Yep, we do 3 or 4 of those a year. We do we've done the East Bay Trail. We've done the Cape Cod Rail Trail, which I think is my favorite. That's a long one. It's a steady pace, but you're on a protected bike trail that just brings you through
Yes.
bogs and forest,
Yep.
and you see a ton of stuff. You eventually get to the beach, and that's really beautiful.
I bet.
All of those are, again, on our website, on our calendar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there an extra cost for those, Steve? at all?
Nope, just make sure you can get there. If we have a few members that have trucks and stuff, so we'll load up a truck and we'll ride out kind of early in the morning, get coffee, and ride together. So
Nice.
yeah, we have a WhatsApp group that's new. It's not on our website yet. I got to do that. I'll do it tonight. Now that I'm here.
Now that you've said it.
Now that I've said it. Where we, it's a WhatsApp group where we post, people can, if they want to go for a ride that isn't on the Quincycle schedule, maybe it's just a nice day and people want to get together. There's a whole, conversation for all of that, and anybody's welcome to join that as well.
Okay. WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm guessing it's an app.
Yeah, it's like texting. It's
Okay.
essentially texting. That's what it is. But
Okay.
yeah.
Any other social media presence?
We're on Facebook. All of everything that goes on our calendar and on our website makes it to Facebook. Quincycles. You find us on Facebook. We have an Instagram as well, but it mirrors everything that's already on Facebook.
Okay.
Those are the 2 big areas that we're on social media. We do occasionally post to like Reddit and stuff like that if you're one of those people. So, but yeah, find us on social media.
Okay. How did you yourself get involved with Quincycles, Steve?
Well, I wanted to get more. I'm a transportation engineer, and I like biking, and I like all things multimodal. And somebody I worked with, who is from Quincy, said, "Oh, you should check out Quincycles and the Mayor's Bike Commission."
And you hadn't heard of it before?
I had never heard of it before,
Okay.
so I joined, and then a year later, now I'm running the group. And ever since I took lead, I think one of my goals has been to get our name out there more, because if I hadn't heard about it before, there's got to be other people in the community that haven't as well.
Certainly, yeah.
So yeah.
I would think with the fuel prices going the way they are now, a lot of folks might be more open to.
Well, we have a lot of, Quincy has a lot of beautiful parks and a
Yes.
lot of a lot of great trails, and it always makes me a little sad when I see people having to drive their bikes to places
Yes.
when they could just, ride your bike to the park
Yeah.
and ride your bike at the park. You don't have to, yeah.
Have you learned things about the city that you didn't know before joining Quincycles?
Oh yeah, the how many beaches we have. Yeah, the beaches ride that we did with DCR last summer. We're going to do another beaches ride this year, still in the works. But we have probably like 20 different beaches. You were just talking about the seawall and the staircases that are going to get replaced.
Yes.
There are so many access points to public beaches in Quincy that people do not know about.
Yes.
Like Fire Station Beach.
Yep.
That's
Over in
a really
Germantown. Yep.
that's a really nice little area out there. And if you we discover all of them, and there's a lot of little nooks and little parks you can find just riding around the city.
Absolutely. It's a whole different perspective, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Excellent. Website sounds like the best place to go.
Quincycles.com.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, Steve. Hope you have a wonderful and fun and exciting and safe bike season.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for having us on.
You are welcome. Check the forecast for you. It's, like I said, a nice day for a bike ride today. It's cloudy, but it should stay dry and pretty mild, too. Temperatures in the mid-60s this afternoon and only down to about 50 degrees tonight. That's not too bad. Then things get a little unsettled beginning tomorrow with some showers around in the morning. Still pretty mild, around 60 degrees. Look at Wednesday. We've got 70 with some showers moving in, maybe even a rumble of thunder. That's very spring-like. And then we crash into the 30s Wednesday night and don't recover much on Thursday, the cooler, damper side of spring here on Thursday, unfortunately. So enjoy today and tomorrow. Thanks again, Steve McLaughlin, for joining us from Quincycles.
Thank you.
Thank you to our crew, and thank you for watching Friday here on the program. Quincy Lions Club stopping by to update us about their spring activities, their Evening for Sight fundraisers coming up very soon. We'll get all the details for you on that. Meantime, check our website anytime. That's QATV.org. You'll find all of our latest programs, along with news and information, video on demand, live streaming, and much more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great week.